John Young with the Disc Jockey News and Disc Jockey News TV. Tonight's Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night lighting chat. Tonight's show, we've actually got kind of a special little segment we're going to be doing with you tonight. Tonight's show is recorded at Infocomm 2014, which was back in June, a little while ago, and we've been kind of working with the tape, seeing if we could do something. Or tape. There you go. I just showed my age. Not a good thing. With the video, and trying to clean up something, because we have a little bit of a high-pitched squeal in it. And the very first part of the video, for some reason when we shot in this section of the room at Infocomm, we were getting this high-pitched squeal, and I didn't notice it at the show, but we got it. So the beginning of the video was not usable. So we're picking it up from a point where we start here, where we're starting to talk about the 4x4, the Nexus 4x4s here. But we're at the Chauvet professional booth at Infocomm 2014, and I got Jim Hutchinson, who's going to be kind of walking us through the booth and the lighting and some of the more in-depth information about some of the digital control they're using to control that light show. And we'll get to actually see the light show in action, so it's really kind of cool. So that's tonight's show. Next week, we're going to be bringing you our Tuesday and Wednesday show, if everything works out, live from Atlantic City. We've got the DJ Expo next week, which is in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and we're really excited to be there because it's one of the biggest DJ events in the United States. So we'll be there. We're going to be talking to Ben Stowe on Tuesday night again. Wednesday night, we'll be doing some lighting things from Atlantic City, and if we can stream it, we're going to try to stream it. If we can't stream, we're going to shoot during the day and upload that evening, and I'll know all that Monday, and we'll be posting that on the Facebook page so you can kind of follow along. But hopefully everything works out for next week's show, which will be live from Atlantic City. But without any further ado, we'll be picking up the tour of the booth here. Again, this is a Chauvet professional booth. Chauvet DJ is the DJ line, which we're all pretty familiar with. Chauvet Professional is higher-end DJ stuff, maybe is best could be described as that, but it's the install things, things that are being used at clubs and night, the larger nightclubs. Some of the touring events are using some of the Chauvet Professional. If you've seen some of the press releases that have come across on the Disc Jockey News website, a lot of the Chauvet things are being used by national recording artists. The Chauvet Professional are being used by national recording artists. So it's really great stuff. It's like a step above, the level of build and durability and things, because when you're out touring, your gear gets beat up a lot more than it does when you're doing one show a night. Touring can be set up and striking 3-4 times a week. So it's got to be able to handle that and be traveling around in backs of semis and what have you. So it's really, really built to different tolerances than the DJ stuff is. So anyway, we're going to meet Jim. Jim and I are talking about the different lights. Again, Jim from Chauvet Professional. Hope you enjoy the show.
So I got Nexus 4x4s grouped into 4s here on the bottom. Yep. And I've got 16 across.
So when you're talking 4, there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Okay. Yep.
Absolutely. Right above that, same configuration, 4 panels per bay of the Nexus TW7x7 warm whites.
So that's just a warm white.
Yeah, a warm white. Real tight pixels, or real tight beams, so that as you see the haze goes by, you get a really nice beam effect washing all the way across.
Yeah, very neat.
Oh yeah. Right above that, same configuration except the Nexus AQ 5x5, which is RGBW. Yep. And 4 of those in each bay as well. Then you see the Rogue family scattered across the rig as well. The R1 beam and spot, R2 beam and spot. Just give that big punch, all the way in. We have a new product here, the NXT1 in the Next series.
Can we see that one? We're right here.
Oh yeah.
Let's zoom in on that just a little bit. Let's come on. Let's move ourselves up and make sure we can get that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that is a cool fixture.
Oh yeah. Moving head, pixel mapping wash. It's 5x5. It comes with a full series of alphanumeric characters, so AC 0 through 9. Yep. Plus we've also built in some really awesome spinning macros and different foreground, background color stuff, plus control over all of it. So literally, this is a 119 channel fixture. Wow. So literally you can do pretty much anything that you want to do with the internals of this thing.
Now, at 119 channels, the control, that's eating up a lot of my DMX.
4 of them per universe. But that's what ArtNet is good for, because I can have one line and I can have dozen handfuls of them just running across
Exactly.
with an ArtNet cable.
So now, how would you connect this to the ArtNet system?
Well, essentially you want to have an IP address going to each IP addressable fixture. So as anything, your system can get really complicated very, very quickly. But as long as you're kind of keeping things mapped, you're giving everything an IP address. I'll give the desk like a 2.0.0.1, etc., etc. But every single device, every Nexus panel, all the all the NXT ones, even the Colorado 4s, everything is mapped. Most of it is on ArtNet. Everything has an IP address.
Okay.
So as you can see, and we've also essentially the console connects in with a router, and everything connects into that router, so that you have a network.
Very nice. So, are you able to? Is it just like one Ethernet that can control one wire from that? To
Yeah.
this, or
I mean, literally, you're taking DMX cables and one Ethernet cable, one Cat5 lets me do all of this.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy, huh? It is the future.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is so
Pretty cool.
Very cool. What's the brightness on this now?
Oh, I've got these running at 40%. All of the Nexus stuff in the rig, because we don't want to blow people's eyeballs out, I'm literally running the panels at around 15%.
That's what I was thinking. You must have turned them down because
Considerably. These are running at full, the warm whites, because we want that beam to just pop through, Yeah, but everything's, all the Nexus stuff's running pretty low.
Wow,
Pretty cool stuff.
Very, very cool.
Oh, yeah.
When you're walking through, you can see this coming from literally way back there.
That's what we wanted.
Different things. It's like really, really impressive.
Oh yeah,
Great stuff.
that's what we wanted.
Let's see. There's a couple of other. Are those strobes up there?
Oh yeah, I can turn those on if you'd like.
Let's take a look up there. We can. We're probably not going to show up very well in the camera, but
I've got a bunch
it would be up right above there. No, there.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it's right above the moving pad, and if you look on the,
I'll go fire those up.
yeah, maybe you better give me a second to show. What's kind of cool about those strobes is that they're about for lack of a better way to describe it, about the size of the old Par 56 aperture, and they can do some really cool patterns. If you can see that. Right now, they're basically doing a pattern from the inside and kind of going in concentric circles to the outside. They've got 5 of them in the booth. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, those are pretty. That's in the strike. That's the 324. There's 324 SMD LEDs on those LEDs, or on the strikes themselves.
Yeah.
What that allows us to do is that we've not only got an LED strobe that's low power consumption, but we have an LED strobe that has all of this functionality that takes you beyond regular strobe.
Yeah.
I mean, your shows can get so much more artistically complicated now, because now you have a strobe that actually plays like an effect.
Yeah.
That actually plays like a fixture that's got some intelligence to it.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. You don't want to stare at them too long.
No, you don't.
As I'm watching the patterns, it's like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Hypnotic almost.
Very cool. Very cool. Let's go back and look at the board now after we talked a little bit about it. I want to show the connections, how that literally that Ethernet. So let's again back to the board. Let's see if we can get
Walk around just in the back here.
Oh, let's take a. I'm gonna give you the behind the scenes view here.
If you can see through here, I mean, I've only got three hard lines of DMX running in for 3 universes of moving heads, and everything else is controlled from that cable. One Ethernet cable.
One Ethernet.
Oh yeah. And that runs into just a regular router we have backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything else connects into that router, so that we basically have full network.
Wow. And yet this is, you can control, like if it was a simple DMX controller, you can bring lights up and down and do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just, wow. Literally, that's going to be the future of the DJ of anybody, really, is that ability to just control them digitally like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about a DMX controller, it's your paintbrush. You can have a paintbrush that's got wolf tail or fox tail. I remember back in the grad school days, you got a paintbrush that's made out of some squirrel or something like that. But the thing about a paintbrush, about a lighting console, is it's just a vessel. You are bringing out all of your show into, and you're bringing it out, you're putting your ideas into the world, and you're literally controlling it from whatever surface you have.
Yeah.
You can do, I mean, granted, obviously, you can do such a size show on a little console with 20 faders on it. It doesn't mean that it's better. It means that it has less or more control. Sure. You are what's making the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's something that's important that people see.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Very good point.
Yeah, you can make art with switches. You know what I mean?
And when we started DJing, a lot of us did. We made what was acceptable at that time.
Yeah.
With technology nowadays, it's best to have that control.
There's a music, there's an LD who does a lot of concert production. His name is Tupac Martyr. He's with Satori Group in London. And his shows, I mean, the guy can take bar cans or he can take, the kind of stuff like you see behind, and he can make magic. He just emanates art, That's the kind of thing I see the future, in terms of people who really have the vision.
Yeah, and it takes a vision to be able to create, rather than just turning something on and letting it go.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Great stuff. Can you run one of the one more show?
I'll run the which one didn't you see?
Well, the rock one we have on the beginning of the video. So let's end the video.
The football one.
Let's do the football one. I'm gonna reset over here, and Jim, we're gonna. Yeah, he's gonna turn some lights on because, well, again, this is live here at Infocomm. So we've got different dealers coming through and different lighting directors from all sorts of universities and venues, what have you. So he's gonna turn some things on.
My pleasure.
I think I'm going to set the tripod because this is probably going to be a little bit more of a stand, and we'll get you adjusted here. Right there. On the screen up there, that's what they call football in the rest of the world for us, US DJs. Notice how he's got the lights program that they're actually doing like a wave kind of thing right across. It's very cool. That was sweet. And that was the football version of the light show Jim has produced.
I've got these all set up on time code playlists because there's, several dozen cues in each one of those little 1-minute songs.
Yeah.
So, get them in there so that the bumps all happen at the same time and everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, very cool. That's a neat show. Jim, thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody. I'd like to be here.
Yeah, great stuff here. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News and Disc Jockey News TV on Wednesday Night Chat, live from Infocomm 2014. Good night.